Three guys who combined to play 15 seasons in the National Football League trenches. Well, two guys. And Mackey, who didn't do shit. This is the O-Line Committee.
The NFL is bonkers, and so is college football this weekend. Crazy weekend in football, boys.
Oh, was it? Or was it the greatest now that my boys are back? Oh, God.
Only
you guys
took
wouldn't.
you...
Sorry. Oh.
It only took you, what, 2,000
Talk about
days?
Okay,
was
sensitive.
It 2,000 days?
Sorry, it's
for you
not
to get back?
1995 anymore.
God,
Sorry, we
turn
can't do
your mic
steroids.
down. Why are you so
Sorry,
loud
you're so upset. Bo
so
Pelini is not coaching. God.
Turn his mic down. Oh,
By the way, Mackey, that Minnesota game, Mike, how fun did that look?
Roll
I wanted to go out and
do
dude, I want to do Snow Angels. Yeah, right.
Just a couple of teams carrying momentum into December. The
D2
Gophers,
play
Ohio
yet?
State. Let's go.
Nebraska play D2. What'd you guys play? What'd you guys play?
We got our shit pushed in by
Fulcrum
Iowa. I
State?
can't
Who'd you
even.
play?
We played Iowa. They hung 40 on us. It was not a great day.
Believe me, I watched that film. That O-line.
Have any other Rayolas decommitted from Nebraska in the last
Possibly.
48 hours?
Their O-line, the O-line coach, Donnie, is the uncle of Dylan, whose contract isn't technically renewed for 2026, so he might also be going. So the whole Rayola thing, the whole Rayola experiment might be over in Nebraska.
I think we're going to just quietly walk out the door.
They fired our defensive coordinator this morning, so everything's
you know what?
fine.
That's not fixing it either. Fire the head coach,
fine.
move on.
Stop, shut your mouth.
All right, we're going to get to it's our Monday episode here. Welcome in O-Line Committee.
It's only Monday?
The subscribe button, the like button here. And we're going to give our mics. We're identify the biggest things on our mind around football here in a second here. The number one mic is actually Underdog. Underdog is a great time right now. So there's a Monday night game tonight. Jackson Dart, I believe, is in for this one here. And you can, hey, if you're a big-time homer like our guy Jay, 204.5 passing yards. You can select higher or lower on Jackson Dart or any number of players across football or other sports. You pick higher or lower on stats like passing yards, rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, etc. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash on Underdog. Download the Underdog app today. Sign up with the promo code OLINE, and you can A, help the show, and B, score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's code OLINE on the Underdog app. Underdog, make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _dfs_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org in New York, or call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
Football. Mike number one.
Dude, here we go.
Come on,
Chicago
send it.
Bears.
Do it. Go ahead.
Chicago bleeping Bears.
Da
Let me hit the
Bears.
music.
Hit him.
That's right.
Dude.
We live in a world, man, where if the playoffs started tomorrow, the Bears would have a bye.
The one seed.
The road to the Super Bowl would go through Chicago to go to it doesn't even sound right coming out of my mouth.
It's hard to form that
doesn't,
sentence. Yeah.
but what does sound right is Coach of the Year Ben Johnson, because what he's been able to do with this team, and hear me out, because in the beginning of this year, we were quick to be like, these guys just don't have it, right? Caleb was doing these things in the backfield. You look at this last weekend, how clean and efficient they look. And you're like, okay, clearly somebody's been cracking the whip in a facility or two, right? Like, we clearly get what goes on now with coaching. We know how discipline is supposed to happen. He has cleaned this team up to the point that they are dominating games. Not only are they out there looking like they're having fun, the old line is playing extremely well. But they're dominating the time of possession. Did you see that? 40-20. How are they doing it? I'm just going to say this, and hear me now, Vikings fans. Oh, shots across the bow. When you run the ball 47 times, and you're like, hey, you want to play? We'll play. Come punch us in the mouth. And it's like, but we can't because we're taking Monangai, and here comes Swift, right? Like, you don't know which way it's coming from. And then they do a naked to the left, and it was like the most beautiful ball I've ever seen. And I was like, holy shit, they've made this kid an amazing quarterback. In just 13 weeks, they have changed this trashy player into an amazing football player that can lead a team for 40 minutes against the Eagles in Philly. You got to be fucking kidding me. Holy shit.
They served Philadelphia the dish that Philadelphia has been serving for years
the
and years.
Dosage, dude. Yes, they gave it to him, and they were like, you want to feed it? Here, you feed him. I'll feed him. We'll all feed him, right? They look like they're having fun. Everybody gets involved, and that's another thing is you forget how many playmakers are on that team until all of a sudden in the third quarter, you're like, Luther Burton? Shit. Oh, that's right. Cole Kmet is there. Well, Cole Loveland? Goddamn, where are they coming from? Like, they're coming. DJ Moore's on this team. Like, you just keep remembering because they keep making you think about this guy, right? And the ways that they get the guys the ball, whether it's the reverse or the handoff or the pitch or the smoke screen or the quick tunnel screen or the deep routes, you're just like, man, he has spread this field out. He's taught these guys how to be disciplined, and he's taught Caleb how to calm the fuck down, which to me makes him the coach of the year for sure.
He's definitely the candidate for it. And, the biggest thing for me is they went out, they addressed a problem. We have a young quarterback who took way too many sacks last year. So what we do in free agency? We revamped the entire interior of this offensive line. Went and got the number one center in free agency in Drew Dahlman. Traded for one of the best left guards already wearing a gold jacket in Joe Thuney. You go get a proven starter in Jonah Jackson, who was with him in Detroit, right? And knew him from Detroit. You look at Darnell Wright and you go, hey, that dude has top 10 talent, and he struggled a little bit early on, but if he can figure it out, and then you go get Ozzie Trupolo in the draft, who he started.
How much do you
and
love
so
Ozzie?
You're looking at this offensive line going young and veteran, perfect pairing, perfect mix. And then you knew Ben Johnson did not just sit on his thumbs and not learn from Dan Campbell when he was in Detroit. He understands you want to win games and you want to be physical, it starts up front. And that is something that they bought into. Ben Johnson has instilled that from day one. You go get Monungai, you have Swift. I mean, this offense is just bullying people in the last few weeks. And the defense still leaves a little bit to be desired. But you look at what they're getting better. Dude, they're getting better. That's the thing is it wasn't like, but the turnovers they're creating, they're playing within the system, they're playing within the unit, and the complementary football from offense, defense, and special teams on the Chicago Bears right now is probably one of the best across the league.
When they took that tush push that Philly tried, when he just did you see, right? You can tell he's looking at the ball, right? And he's like, should I do it? I'm gonna do it. Like, you could see the two people on his shoulder, and the one was like, just do it, dude. The way he just reached in there and grabbed it was like, that's mine. I was like, wow.
Dude, favorite.
Philly's getting punked in their own goddamn
That's
team.
my favorite part.
You gotta be kidding
my
me
favorite
right now.
is all the Philly fans that are like, the forward progress, the momentum. It's like, dude, do you know how many times that has been used against the other
with
team?
That for years.
So now it finally happens to you, and you get to cry wolf. No.
Hey, by the way,
this
Philly
is why
might get burnt down.
But this is also why. This is why I'll say it again. That play needs to somewhat be banned because it can't be officiated properly. If you can't officiate it properly and decide when is forward not, when is it this, when's the ball, like that's when it's going to get too out of control. And so I think that's probably got a better case than it ever has been going into the offseason of getting that play banned, strictly out the fact that it's really hard to officiate on a case-by-case study, by a play-by-play study, and you're just looking at like, this is not good for the game if we can't put a blanket rule and say this is how it should be officiated. So that's probably what's going to get it kicked out. But it is funny to watch them finally get like a non-forward progress call and get ripped out, and then Philly fans are like, oh, what the frick, man? Like, it's like, nah, you don't get to claim that. You don't get to claim that. I'm sorry.
And to be fair, they could never really ban a play, but what they could say is like, we ban any pushing from behind, right?
Correct.
So they're basically, but the
problem then becomes like when a receiver catches it over the middle.
Well, no, they would have specific language like you can't push the quarterback position across the line of scrimmage. But what the problem is this. Fuck that. Did you see how many teams went out this week and tried it with not their quarterback and fumbled the ball? And it was like, listen, guys, I can't be the first to tell you guys because you're the experts. We never, ever put hands under that are not the starting quarterback or the backup, right? Because if we're doing that, we are in a really shitty position, or we play for Cleveland because for whatever reason, they are doing everything they can to keep that ball away from Shedeur. But I am here for the fact that when you put somebody under, they're all trying to be like Kansas City, and it's failing them. And they're like, what are we doing? And it's like, you're doing this to yourself. So congratulations, you're all idiots.
Yeah, because who was it? Tyler Warren fumbled it.
Dude,
Hawks tried to do it a couple weeks ago and got stoned.
Two or three this weekend that like fumbled right. The Browns were another one, and Shedeur was like, on the field, you see him go, oh man, What do I do? Oh no.
I think one last thing on the Bears here. What's wild is usually when teams draft a quarterback, especially if you're a bad team like the Bears were, it's about pouring all your energy into the quarterback and getting him to be developed as quickly as possible. And how quickly can the quarterback save the franchise and fix the team? And Ben Johnson's path to doing that really has been run the ball more to make life easier on the young quarterback, and also to marry the passing game and the schemes and the route tree up against what you're doing with the running game. Dude, like a lot of these completions are, not to take away from Caleb Williams, but a lot of these completions are like wide open tight ends.
High percentage completion throws.
Because they're play actioning everything. And they're basically going, listen, if we're not physically giving it to Monangai and Swift, we're going to pretend like we are, because it draws everybody up, which creates these huge voids, which makes Caleb's job easier. And when you run the ball physically,
Bears
over 40 times.
Bears breakdown tomorrow?
Oh, for sure.
We have to, right?
Bears breakdown tomorrow?
Jake, tell them. When you run over 40 times in a game, that's a statement game. That's like a, hey, I'm not only here to kick your ass, I'm here to stick my foot down your fucking throat. And when you do it in Philly against a team that everyone's kind of like, I don't know what to think right now. Like, is this cryptic? Is this coded? What's going on? They're really not who we think they are. But the Bears just went in and were basically like, we don't give a shit. Yeah. Everyone says this team's good. We don't care. We're going to boot stomp them right now. And they did. It was amazing.
Yeah, I personally prefer just dropping back and passing on every play. I think that's the
sensitive. Get him. Yeah.
When you run the football that many times and like you shake hands with the D-line at the end, it's the scene from Bane where he puts his hand on the shoulder and he goes, "You feel in charge? Do you feel power?" Like, it's just one of those where you just a large sum of money, and it's like, no, that doesn't give you power. I mean, they just, when you run the football like that against that type of defense, you talk about some confidence boosting and some momentum boosting for the Bears. This team, they have a chance. I mean, let's look at their schedule. Let's play that game, Mac, before we move on from the Bears. Before we move on from the Bears, because they're what, 9-3?
9-3.
Yeah.
9-3. They're 9-3. Okay, so let's look at the rest of their schedule. Let's look at the rest of their schedule. Because we did this and we said that they were going to win like 6 games earlier in the year.
That's right. I'll self-report when they were 0-2, and I made you guys play this game, and the premise of it was, it's impossible to find 9 wins. Find me the 9 wins.
We're there.
Find them. They've got 9, and it's December 1st.
So. We are willing to admit when we were wrong, and we are willing to give our flowers to Ben Johnson.
Ben deserves every one of them too. By the way,
every single one of his
hire
flowers
that they could have had, because he was a guy that came in. I feel like he addressed the problems, because early on it wasn't as bad as last year, right? But there was still a lot of like, oh my gosh, I don't know that I can watch this. But every week he seems to put a grip on it, and I think he's doing it through going, hey, listen, man, you don't have to be this guy that throws it 65 times like everyone's trying to be with everyone else, i.e. the Vikings. But what we can do is put guys around you and give you a great foundation that when you do throw it, the windows are going to be massive. Like, you would almost have to be a moron, Caleb, to not see this guy wide open, right? And we see it all the time, whether it's Roma Dunze, DJ Moore, Luther Burton, Cole Kmet. Like, you're like, where the hell's the defender? He's not even on my 70-inch TV. Where the hell is he? And then you saw it was because Monangai got a play action fake and both safeties step into the box, and you're like, they're just going to continue to walk down the field like this. And honestly, their defense getting turnovers, I know I say I should never like bank on that, because that could be gone tomorrow. Like, I feel like turnovers at times are lucky. Like, when you just pull the ball out of a tush push, it's like, that's pretty lucky, right? But they're doing it repeatedly every week. And it's like, man, if you continue to get this offense the ball over and over, eventually they're just going to impose their will on you. And eventually they start to look like last year's Lions, and I start to go, holy shit, they're coming together really well. And if they can continue to take these steps in December and they have a bye week 1, whoa.
All right. Well,
let's go.
The schedule is tough, but they've already gotten to the 9 wins. I was like, there's no way. It might take them 3 years to get to 9 wins. So they're 9-3. I'm sure we'll pick this game officially on Thursday, but at Green Bay this weekend.
Woo!
That's a tough one. Green Bay feeling themselves a little bit too.
Dude,
Green Bay played rough lately.
Green Bay played their balls off on Thanksgiving.
Oh, dude, Christian Watson. Oh, we're gonna get to that. Don't worry. Don't even worry.
Okay, toss up. I'll say that's a coin flip game right now.
Okay,
that's a coin flip. That's a coin flip. That's a coin flip.
Does Micah get 3 sacks? We don't know. We don't know yet.
I don't know. Maybe not against that offensive line.
We'll have to break down this tomorrow to see. We'll see.
Take sacks. Home against Cleveland.
Oh, don't even.
Man.
Home against Green Bay.
Coin flip again.
They play Green Bay twice. Oh,
Twice
it's the
in
2 and 3 weeks.
Dude, the
I
2
love
and 3
it.
weekers tough.
Ooh, this is what you're made for, Ben. This is what you made this team for.
And then with potentially a lot at stake, Week 17 Sunday.
Lions?
No, they're done with those games.
Oh, are they?
Oh, these are about Vikings?
Oh.
Yeah, they're done with the Vikings game.
They are.
Who is it?
But they do get the Niners on the road in Santa Clara. Week 17. That's a tough
I don't know what to think about them.
That's a different. Yeah, I don't. Even, I'm kind of like, how's Christian McCaffrey going to play? I'm kidding.
Dude, if he doesn't touch the ball every play, it's like I don't know. They
suck.
And then home against Detroit to finish this 5 games. Four of them very tough.
That
Cleveland's
I am here
defense.
for. I
But can
am
you
here for
hell
that.
if you go
Dude,
2 and 3, it's an 11 and 6 season.
500, if they go 500 there, I mean they're looking at an 11 or 12 win season.
But do they? But the problem is if they go 500, those would have to be conference or division wins because then I'm sure that the division becomes a toss up, right? Are they leading the division?
Well, that's
obviously,
because they are leading the division. They're
How
leading
many
the entire
games?
conference. How many? How many?
Green Bay has 7 wins. Are they
Green Bay
at 8?
is, let me pull up standings.
Green Bay has 8, don't they?
But the fact that they do play Green Bay twice and Chicago,
That's
and these
a big
teams
one.
are all scrunched,
they
a lot
need to
can
win
change.
these. And listen, they set themselves up for a
8-3-1.
great runway, right?
Yeah,
You've gone through some
8-3-1.
trials and tribulations. You've tried some things. You've been like, let's not do this anymore. And now you're getting into the meat of it. You are in the belly of the beast. And when you go to Green Bay in December, all bets are off, dude. The weather is always a factor. Mackey, you and I are here in Minnesota, and what just happened this last weekend, I don't even know. By the way, does MnDOT exist? I had to drive all the way up to Maple Grove on Sunday morning. Let me tell you how pissed off I was that the roads weren't clear.
Yeah.
But that's
you know what's funny about it? The MnDOT exists to do Armageddon construction all summer, and then they go away when it's time to clean the roads off of snow.
Livid. Thank God the truck is huge. But, I mean, in the wrestling tournament was amazing. But when you talk about a game that's outdoors like that, and then Green Bay's got to come back to you and Chicago, which is also an oh my God, there's going to be so much blood everywhere.
You know what's
It's gonna
kind of
be
fascinating though? I mean, Detroit sitting 3rd place at 7-5 actually has the best point differential in the division, and I'm not ready to totally write them off.
The Mackey, stop it. Once they said Frank couldn't come back, the whole thing blew back up, and everybody
Can we
was
get
like,
into that for a second?
evacuate.
Also,
what the hell happened there?
How do you show up to your physical?
We found out.
And they're like, hey, by the way, in case you didn't know,
This
your
bruising?
hamstring's ripped in half. So, yeah, you can't play football in the National Football League.
Okay, sorry guys.
I thought maybe you guys wouldn't find that. Like,
That
it's like,
massive
dude,
limp that you have in your leg that doesn't allow you to run.
when we
full
asked
speed.
you to run and you kind of
Listen,
swung
hey.
your leg around, like, what
You know
was
what
that?
this was? This was Revenge of the Nerds, and that guy, I don't know what his name is, but he's just so mad at what he sees on TV that he's like, I can fix this by myself. And they're like, Frank, you fucked with us. And we actually told everybody, and now we look like
they did the
idiots.
Instagram
we
post
look
and
like
everything.
idiots, right? Because they came out with an official, like, due to the fact that
back.
Frank showed up with a hamstring tear, and it was like, what the fuck did you just say?
They're
I
not
was-
even like a strain. They were like a grade
tear.
3. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the
You're not
medical
walking.
jargon, grade 3 means 75% or more torn. Like that's not like a
Your
well,
hamstring.
It's hanging like off the bone.
Was Frank's message that I know I'm still an upgrade
you know what?
over what's been happening on the interior?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna text Frank right now, and see if he'll come on the show tomorrow to talk about this hammy. I gotta know, like,
There's no chance,
dude, how do you just show up to a physical and go, "Don't look at my right leg"? Well, it's funny because
We're good,
I actually
right?
did.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
I
coming
did
from
the
someone who's
same
probably
thing.
done that.
And when I went to Seattle, they called me before, and they were like, they go like this. Seriously, don't fuck with us. How bad is it? I go, it's great. They were like, there's no way that thing got fixed. They bring me all the way out during COVID. They were so mad. They were like, are you serious? It's still broken. I was like, so? And they were like,
Did you get into a car accident on the way
they're
over?
like, you
to
are
the-
worthless. I was like, I just miss it so much. Frank, I can appreciate you and I love you. I am definitely, you're coming on the show tomorrow.
Let's get him on. Let's do it.
do it.
All right, Jay, re-mic it. New mic.
I'll new mic it. I am very concerned about Daniel Jones and my Colts with his broken leg. I mean, it's just a tough dude, gutting it out, but you can just tell he's not the same. You can just tell he's not the same. He doesn't trust his ability to run the football, which was always such a great piece there. Teams now know that he's not as mobile, so they're teeing off on him, and they're just going to try and blitz him and rush him and make him move off his spot, which used to be a very dangerous game to do with Daniel Jones and let him escape out of the pocket and do those things. With him having a broken leg, it's going to make their path way harder than it was even just 2 weeks ago. Now teams are going to key in on Jonathan Taylor. Now, yes, Alec Pierce and that whole crew looks great, but I am actually a lot more concerned about the Colts than I have been in a long time, because when your starting quarterback is already broken and you're heading into December and then into January, that's a long road to hoe with a freaking broken leg.
Life comes at you fast in the National Football League. So they're no longer in control of that division.
Not
I think
at all.
Based on tiebreakers, the Jaguars are actually in first place, same record, but they have the tiebreaker. And now you look at the Colts schedule, and at Jacksonville this weekend. So that's going to be, there's so many great division games. At Jacksonville, at Seattle the following week for the Colts. Mm-hmm. So can you split those somehow?
Well, are they 1-4 in the last 1-3 in the last 4 games?
Yeah, they have an overtime win over the Falcons 3 weeks ago. I think there's a bye in there too. So
ever since they came back over the pond, it hasn't been good.
Yeah. But then it's 49ers, Jaguars again, and Texans. It is 5 no-breather games against teams clawing for the playoffs with a quarterback with a partially broken leg.
Well, dude, did you see that first sack that he took? You could tell he favored that leg, and it was almost like as soon as I saw that, I go, this game's going to go in the shitter. Now, I'll be honest with you. For him to have a broken fibula and sit there and throw those darts, they're such a fun team to watch when they're clicking because they're based around chunk plays, right? Like they're the deep ball that they keep throwing, and you go, how the fuck is Pierce so wide open all the time, right? And you're like, this is even starting to piss me off. And it's fun to watch, and for them to lose, and like you see this kind of start to slowly unravel, like Jay said, and it's like, listen, eventually they are going to start to get to him a little bit. They might even start to put a little pressure on him, and things start to get rattled in your mind, which forces you to go to Jonathan Taylor more. And I'm not against that because I love JT, and there's no question this offensive line can do it. It just becomes a little bit harder road if that's really the case, and like, we also don't know to what extent does it hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear broken fibula, and you're like, how the fuck is this even working? How is that possible, right? Like, dude, you're crazy. But it also shows his competitiveness, which is awesome for a quarterback because you're like, man, and I'm not naming names. I'm not a Jose Canseco. I would never. But I knew guys that wouldn't go out there for fingers. And I'm talking the little finger, right? Like, was like, no, I need it. And you were like, for what? The hell do you even need that damn thing for, right? Can't do it, guys. Sorry. You were like, this guy's got a broken leg, and he's the target everyone's going for. Oh, my God, I love it.
It also shows you, I mean, that video of him during the week where he was trying to hand the ball off, and he's just, like, hobbling, and everyone's like, oh, God. Then he gets to Sunday, and you're like, oh, what'd they give you? They gave you something because you don't look like you did a few days ago, and that bone didn't magically heal, right? You'll find a way. You'll find a way on a Sunday morning to wake up and get it done. But the longer this goes, because especially, I mean, it's not like that thing's going to miraculously get better over the next 6 weeks. If you're continuing to play on it and you're continuing to go after it, it's just going to probably slowly get worse, and then you're going to lose more practice time because you can't practice and that piece there. But I still think they're a contender. I just don't know if this is a thing where if this continues to go, I don't know if Daniel Jones can limp his way to a Lombardi trophy, and let alone get out of his own division.
Come on. They still have JT on that team, and I have full faith. Dude, I've seen that guy score 3 touchdowns in a game, and you can lean on him 100%. Like, you can, and it's exciting when he does get the ball because they're creative when they find ways to change it up, and they do it out of nickel, and they do it out of 12, and they do it out of all these different formations. But it's like, at some point when you need him to throw the ball, will he be there? This last weekend, he kind of was. Dude, he was chunk throwing that ball down the field, whether it's Pittman, whether it's Pierce, whether it's Ogletree. Like, Tyler Warren. I still just don't like the fact that they tush-pushed it with Tyler Warren. Like, can we stop trying to reinvent the goddamn wheel for once? Let the quarterback do it, or just run.
He's got a broken leg.
Run a dive, dude. My God. What's so wrong with, hey, guys, remember our grandparents that played this game? It hasn't really changed since then on 3rd and 1 because it's 3rd and 1. So we're going to run ISO. Here's the Minnesota Vikings running with Adrian Peterson for like 10 years. They used to hurt people with this stupid play. Can you fucking believe that? I just need 1 yard. What's so hard? I see them do dumb shit, and you go, this is stupid. And then
but
it
it's
happens.
everyone. Everyone's doing that now.
Why, though? Why? And by the way, I'm not really concerned when you lose a game in division against a divisional rival. Like, your divisional rival knows you.
And against arguably the best defense in the NFL.
They know
the Houston Texans defense is, I think I'll put the stamp on it. It's the best defense in the NFL.
It's a monster.
Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter in the middle are ridiculous. I mean, again, Myles Garrett's the best edge rusher. But
no
that's
question.
That's the best tandem rushing group in the NFL right now. They just suffocate you from the outside in on the pass rush. D'Amico Ryans and that crew is playing such good football on that side of the ball. Where Stroud still, did he look that much better than Mills? And that was my thing, is like Stroud came back and I was like, okay, maybe this will be the spark where they're going to put it together, but I don't know what's going on with him, but he didn't look like leaps and bounds better than Davis Mills, in my opinion, this weekend. And it seems like,
listen,
what are we going to do with you?
When I said Davis Mills last week, I'm telling you, he's not a bad quarterback. And that's why it's like, they're not really in that bad of a position right now because they do have a stellar defense. If they can get their offense to get clicking a little bit, they could also be a very dangerous
team,
right?
Woody Marks went out with a foot, too, which is going to hurt.
Because all you have is Chubb left. And after that, it's like, dude, don't get me wrong.
Dude,
being from Cleveland, I love Chubb.
I love him.
This
dude's been reconstructed more than Alex.
Twice.
I mean, this.
hey, whoa! Ding him for that's an instigator. I see what you're doing. That's
sensitive. Oh my!
I'm gonna show you Ultra in a minute.
Do not get so sensitive with your broken body. It's
okay. Okay, I can still play.
Jeremiah, I got to back up to something you said here with the Colts. You mentioned like the chances. Can Daniel Jones limp his way to a Lombardi? And I'm here to tell you, and I tried to tell you this a month ago, but now it's official. The Colts have zero chance to win the Super Bowl at this point. There's a better chance. There's a better chance they miss the playoffs than come anywhere near the Super Bowl.
I would disagree with that. Well, Jay, you forget. You're saying, listen. I'm just before you do
this.
Hold on. No. Playoffs.
They missed the playoffs.
Listen.
I'm saying they're going to miss the playoffs.
I know why he's doing this, Jay. He's doing this right now because listen, they look bad, right? Jaguars are looking good. Houston just beat them. You stay firm. Don't you bow down. I tell you, divisional games don't scare me. We used to lose them all the time and be like, dude, they knew what I had for breakfast. I don't know how the fuck they knew it. They just knew everything about me, right? Like, sometimes they just get you. There you go. Okay. You be strong.
I'll take that bet.
I'm in the middle on this. I don't know what's going to happen.
Indy's definitely going to still make the playoffs.
Okay, I'm logging this. So Phil says,
for extra
Colts
credit, who do you think is going to win it?
No, not yet. It's too early for that.
No. Come on.
Alex, are you joining one of these sides or no?
I'm in, but you have to tell me first who you're picking to win it.
I'll take the best attribute of any team in the division, which is Houston's defense. Give me Houston's defense. They're winning the division.
Okay, that's fair.
Don't sleep on Jacksonville's leading the division right now, and if Trevor Lawrence ever fully clicks, then watch out.
Been saying that for shots
fired.
I know, right?
It's like, come on, guys.
If by year 7 he truly gets it, watch out, Jacksonville.
The thing, let's pop Houston's schedule here too. So Indianapolis has a gauntlet schedule.
Yes.
Houston starts their run here at Kansas City this weekend, and if either one of those teams loses, it's going to be tough. I get it, but Houston then has back-to-back home games against the Cardinals and the Raiders.
Don't sleep on the Cardinals. Don't.
Not sleeping on
Brisket
them, but
looks
they're
good,
favored
dude.
to beat
Brisket.
Brisket looks good.
But there's a Colts-Texans game, Week 18, last game of the year. That might be for
the division.
So
that might be.
Hey, that's the divisional game.
All right, so whose side are you going on then, Booney? Whose side are you playing?
I'm saying Colts miss the playoffs.
I'm saying Colts make the playoffs.
I'm going Colts. You know how I feel about their O-line. I love them. JT, let's go, baby. I know they have one of the best defenses, and sometimes in order to get through one of the best defenses, you just got to fucking run through them. And let's go, JT. Sorry, Mac. You can take me to JD Hoyt's next week. It's cool.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm looking forward to that.
Couple
pork chops.
It's a double pork chop.
Oh, let's go. Hey, before we get to another mic here, mostly for like the upper Midwest Minnesota audience, Mystic Lake, Jay, is a great little spot to watch some football.
They're fantastic. I mean, it's a great place to go watch your quarterbacks throw for 80 yards and multiple times, and multiple picks, dude. But I mean, it's a great spot to go and just enjoy the game day experience. I don't know as much about the game itself, but from the final whistle all season long, Mystic Lake has giveaways and fan experiences that bring the energy of the stadium right to you, whether it's good or bad. Probably more good in Mystic Lake. If you plan on going to the Vikings game, you can hop on a $15 round-trip shuttle to U.S. Bank. No parking, no hassles, smooth and easy there and home. Or just hang out at Mystic Lake for the game day, the Hop House. They got great specials, whether it's food, whether it's beer, whether it's booze, whatever. Specials are always flowing. Once the game's over, you take the ride from the shuttle back home. Just keep the party going. Relax, recharge. One of the luxurious hotel suites. Perfect for tuning into a great game day for an unforgettable getaway. So whether you're a diehard fan, you just love the thrill of game day, they've got something for everyone. At Mystic Lake, every day is game day. Whether it's for the thrill, the food, or the fun, it's your time to play. Visit mysticlake.com.
Also, Surfshark powering this Monday Mike's episode of O-Line Committee. Every website, every app, every mysterious pop-up that you run into is someone trying to track something about you. And Surfshark VPN creates an encrypted connection that keeps you safe online and private online, especially if you're connecting to like public Wi-Fi or you're at a coffee shop, whatever it may be. Surfshark lets you connect unlimited devices under one account safely: phones, laptops, smart TVs, etc. Surfshark also offers alternative ID, helping to protect your real identity by generating a fake disposable online identity for signing up for services and newsletters. You want to dabble in a newsletter, but you don't want all your information all over the internet. Surfshark is the platform that you should check out here. So secure your digital defense now. Surfshark, completely risk-free with their 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to surfshark.com/O-line or use the code O-line at checkout to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. That's surfshark.com/O-line, code O-line, and you help the show when you do those things as well.
Football.
All right.
Go.
All right. New Mike Booney.
Here we go, baby.
Hit us up. Let's go.
Last Thursday, I got through brunch so fast to go home and watch this game. I was so excited. Not only did I double up on my points, because I'm a boss. Go ahead and dig me.
Self-suck.
But the Dallas Cowboys are in this. What they did last week to the Chiefs was amazing. Dak Prescott, he's that dude this year. The run game was showing up. Like, everything about this game was what we thought it would be. It was exciting. It was points on the board. It was CeeDee Lamb going crazy. It was Pickens. It was Rashid Rice. Whether it was Hunt, Worthy, like everybody showed up. But honestly, at the end of it, seeing Dallas win was insane. Like, number one, kind of put a stake in the coffin. Like, it was like, okay, if these dudes are really going to the playoffs now, they're going to have to fight like hell. They're going to need so many teams to lose that it's almost physically impossible. Like, we're all kind of looking like this is it. Chaco's reign of terror is over. It is over. And who would have thought it came from Dallas? Like, I was like, oh my God, Jerry Jones was so excited. I was excited.
Oh, he
I can't believe
been
I'm
happier.
rooting. Dude, Brian Schottenheimer, seriously, I know I say this a lot, but like, I feel bad because I was like, this is not going to work. It's working.
Yes, he's got the buy-in, man.
Here's why it's working. Juice. You got Pickens and CD. And I know they were at the casino, and it is what it is. Dudes are going to be dudes.
Comes with the territory.
Right? Comes with the territory. You know me, Jay. I would have been like, yeah, we expected this. It's okay. Everybody calm down. We expected this. But the fact that they have them playing the way that they are, and the fact that Dak can just sit back there, dude, he looks so comfortable, and the ball's just getting out. And they have so many playmakers. Like, they remind me so much of the Bears, because all of a sudden someone will get the ball, and you'd be like, I forgot Turpin was there. Holy shit. Dude is so fast and a speedy edge around, right? Like, so many people. Ferguson, the tight end, just mismatch on everybody. Where's my outlet? Oh, he's over here. Big wall. He'll just catch it. Like, so fun to watch. This is going to be exciting to see what happens, especially in their division with Philly losing to the Bears. Like,
that was a big swing.
Dude,
big swing.
It was a big swing this weekend for the NFC East. I'm excited, man. It's going to be interesting.
I mean, the Cowboys have to be averaging, what, 30-plus points a game?
They're one of four
insane.
teams averaging 29 points a game.
Yeah.
Colts, Cowboys, Seahawks, and Lions.
I mean, they are absolutely on a terror offense. And again, all of us kind of mocked Jerry, and we're like, why would you trade for Quinnen Williams, and why would you trade for Logan Wilson when you're a 3-win football team and give up that draft capital? He saw what we probably couldn't, which was, man, if this thing in this window's very small and I'm going to go all in for it, this is the year to do it. And they beat Philly. They beat Kansas City. They're rocking and rolling. Dallas is going to be, even if they don't win that division, nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to want to play them in the first round of the playoffs. That is not the team you want rolling in to host a divisional game.
Yeah, they've got
statistically, I don't think they're very good in the first round, are they? I think they're pretty bad. I think they're like 0-3.
That is true. The playoff,
in the last 3 trips. Remember Tony Romo fumbled that one snap? They were like, all they have to do is kick this 2-yard field goal line. So many fucking fumbles.
Or when they had the best record and then Jordan Love just walked in there and just dog walked him up and down the stadium.
Oh, y'all are good? Hold up a second. Hold my beer. Dude, that was amazing.
Hey, if we want to talk about people melting in the playoffs, and again, Matt, hold on. Before I move on, Mac, do you have anything on the Cowboys there?
Well, yeah, continuing the theme of ridiculous matchups this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Thursday night football is Cowboys at Lions.
Shut up.
The Cowboys had the schedule that we had in 2016, Boone, where you play 3 games in 11 days.
Yep.
So you go Sunday, Thursday, Thursday.
Oh, it's rough.
Awful.
Rough.
It is.
They only
awful.
do that. Most of the teams that are forced into the Thanksgiving game, for those that don't know, have to do that because they have to get them back on track, and so they sometimes they have to schedule a double Thursday. And it doesn't seem bad, right? Until you hit that midway point of that second Thursday week, and you're like, "Is it Sunday?" And someone's like, "Yeah," and you're like, "What am I doing here?"
Yeah,
you're like, "I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing here." They're like, "Dude, we're playing Thursday, remember?" You're like, huh?
Like, it's Friday, right? They're like, actually, it's Monday.
I felt like Ricky Bobby half the time. Who am I? What? It was terrible, dude. Shug's like, dude,
your body's
just
just death, too. You just feel so bad. And you can like adrenaline rush through it, but that following Thursday, when you get that kind of mini bye after that Thursday, your body is just tanked.
Dude, the Lions too. This is going to be such a, and I don't mean to pivot, but like such a challenge for them because of what happened last week. And now all of a sudden you're going to play Dallas, who's just on this heater, and the way that they're playing. And I'm not kidding when I say this. Like when they traded for George Pickens, I think this committee was kind of like, oh shit, this is gonna end up really bad, right? Can those two be cool together? Can Brian really control this? And he's in there and. Honestly, he's doing a phenomenal job. And I'm not surprised because the Schottenheimer name is super strong in the NFL, and we know what kind of blood he comes from. But the fact that he's got Dak playing at this calm level where he's just dicing people out. What do you think?
Play
like
where Dak's running away from pressure to his right and trying to figure out, oh my God, what do I do? But it was like he was in slow motion.
He was just chilling, right?
Finds the running back outlet, kind of across his
little
body.
TD,
throw.
no big deal. All of a sudden, like that's another thing is like everybody's showing up. Did you see that catch that CD had? It was like, are you fucking kidding me? These guys are playing. And now I will say this, CD has had some drops this year. And I think he is the hardest on himself because you can see on the sidelines, like people come around like, okay, but get away from me. And you're like, okay, calm down, right? He's got a little bit of digs in him where you're like, okay. Don't let this guy have a knife, okay? Seriously, right? Calm him down. But
is he armed?
That competitiveness with what's going on right now with this team, like all the juices are rolling, the team's feeling themselves. They finally got Quinnen in there who's showing up. They got Logan Wilson who's in there showing up. Bland, like all these guys overshown. Jeez, dude, like they're on it, man. I'm with you. I don't want to see him the first week. I'm excited for him. I feel bad. I kind of want to get a Cowboys starter jacket now. I feel like I'd have been like a true 80s.
You're just full bandwagon now?
Dude, I might.
Full bandwagon.
Oh, you know me. I collect them all, dude. I'm wearing the Frisco one right now. I just love to fuck around.
Those little, like, the ones that zip down to your chest, sort of. Those big puffy ones.
The sweat ones. No, you have to get the ones that they used to wear in the sauna.
Real quick, though. Can we just talk about this goddamn window in the stadium? Can somebody put some shades? Because at one point, Pickens was like, what is that the light
they
that
also
talking
they
about?
think that, like, 2 different punts may have hit the scoreboard again, but then they showed it, and like, it was 100
that
feet
was
away.
Fairbairn's kick.
Just
was
get
bullshit.
some curtains. I mean, you're a bazillion-dollar organization. Get some automatic curtains.
Get the shades that go down. And make it a button that Jerry pushes, and he does it in front of the audience. So like, there's a countdown, and all of a sudden Jerry's like, meow.
The best is Jerry opens it when they're on defense, and then closes it when they're on offense. He just has an automatic curtain shade.
It's like Mad Max with the water.
There's a moat with
kind of reminds me of that.
Dude, could you imagine just like every time the Cowboys goes on defense, they just like push the button, and then the sun just comes blazing
creeps
through.
up. They go on offense, it goes back down.
Be hilarious, dude.
Jerry, do it.
Just bring a whole nother element into the game of like controlled stadiums. Minnesota can open the doors when they're on offense or defense to help with the wind or not.
Wins?
Minnesota can hit a button that says "Run the football."
Yeah, run the football.
Crazy.
Oh, it's unfortunate for you.
Hit him with an ultra. You know what? Get him with an. We're not talking about your Vikings.
Not
today.
yet. We're not
After
there yet.
what
I'm not
Max
even there.
did.
Not what
don't
he
you
not
dare.
today.
No,
We'll get there.
not
We'll get
any
there.
day.
We'll get
not
there.
any day.
They're low on the list.
Listen,
let's talk about. You know what? I'm ready.
Where you
I
going?
want to
Where you
talk
going?
about welcome back Joe Burrow. Welcome back Joey B. Right? You welcome him back. Everyone's like, hey, where's he going to be? How's he going to look? Is everything going to be okay?
Look?
And he just carves the Ravens up and down the field. Just absolutely dices them up. Vintage Joe Burrow.
Who wants that steak in a beer bet? Does anyone?
That Joe they win the division?
They probably have to win out.
They have to win out.
I'll take the Bengals. After what the Steelers look like and the Oh, yeah, let's go.
Well, Ravens Steelers play each other this weekend.
They play this week, don't they?
Yeah.
No, they just played last week.
I think they played.
Ravens and Steelers?
No, Bengals play
Ravens.
the Bills. Bengals play the Bills.
We're going to get to the Bills in a minute. But yes, listen.
Ravens and Steelers play this weekend.
Ravens.
Is every game on the schedule just a banger this weekend?
It's
in the
another
NFL?
great
It's going to be
ridiculous.
amazing.
It's
Who the
another
Bengals
great
playing?
one. The Bills. Bengals play the Bills. Seahawks. You got Vikings, Commanders. Texans,
That's
Chiefs.
a must lose for both in the tankathon
Texans
rankings.
and Chiefs. You got Eagles, Chargers. Eagles, Chargers.
Some of these aren't going to make the cut.
It's gonna be
I think
lineup.
isn't Herbert out too? Listen, I agree with you.
How did the Bengals start playing defense again? That's another question.
Because Burrow looked at them and was like,
Burrow looked around and was like, I'll kill all of you if you don't
Yep.
freaking. I can't score 100.
Yeah.
Also,
I think
Lamar Jackson's a pumpkin.
Dude.
He turned into a pumpkin. Usually he waits till
He's still
January.
gotta be hurt, right? He's
Like
gotta
you
be
would,
banged.
you got to think something's wrong because usually he doesn't turn into a pumpkin until January. But now you're like, wait, what? You're like poking him, kind of like the Boonies poke with a stick. You're like, why aren't you doing anything?
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
you're not throwing touchdowns. You're turning the ball over. You're not running around. I mean,
5
something
turnovers,
is going up with Lamar Jackson,
5.
and I don't know what it is. Because against that, he should shred that Cincinnati defense.
Against Lamar,
he should shred that Cincinnati defense. Everyone else has. I don't get it, man. Something's up with Lamar, but Joey Burrow, the league's just so much more fun when he's in it. He's just so fun to watch.
Yeah, it's so right now in that division right now, they're 2 games back. They're 2 games back.
They're still
and
going to win it. They're going to.
They still have a game against.
You
Now
know what?
The Bills.
They're not going to win
tough
it.
out.
They're going to do the thing that they always do, where they fight like hell in December and they do everything right, but they lost too many games early on, and so it's not in their control. And one team's going to pull off an upset in Week 18, and they're going to miss the playoffs by one game. It's a tale as old as time with the Bengals.
First of all, the Browns are not even in contention for this. The Steelers have a quarterback with a broken nose, a broken wrist, and a broken soul. So they're fucking out. And Cam Hayward can't stop fighting who knows who because he needs the balls. Dude, you fucking serious right now? Shut up. You're just lucky Dion wasn't out there. That's the only reason he was doing that shit. Because I'm going to tell you right now,
Dion would
have fucked somebody.
Oh,
bro, stop it. Knock it off. The Ravens... What just happened on Thursday? I don't know what the fuck that was, but did you see that touchdown from Likely that just completely popped out and it was like, this is it. This is the start of their demise. And this is where the Bengals are going to show up for the rest of the year. Burrow's got that look on his face like he's like, I'm not fucking around anymore. We're here to do some shit. And he knows. All I got to do is get in. Do I think they're adequate enough to go anywhere in the playoffs? Probably not. Because eventually that defense is going to get fucking tested and they're going to be like, sorry, Joe, we just suck. Like, we can only mask this against shitty teams for so long, but when you put us up against, like, the Chiefs, like, we're going to give up some points, right? Like, Rashid Rice is streaking this way. Kelsey's under here. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. But right now, when Joe came back, it was almost like they put the whole North on notice. Like, y'all thought you had this shit? No, we're crazy. We're going to do this. And I guarantee you Mike Brown was in that meeting like, he comes back. If he dies, he dies. Right? Like, he's like, we're all in right now to prove a point. And I thought it was going to be the Steelers. Mackey, I think you thought it was going to be the Ravens. And now it turns out it's the Bengals. And it's like, Jesus, dude, this has been the most...
It's not yet, unless one of us wants to go on the record with a steak and a beer.
Hello, how many turnovers do you need to see? And how many times do you need to see Aaron Rodgers go, oh, God, before we go, listen, dude, enough's enough, okay?
Okay, so I'll put you down. Booney's saying Bengals win the division.
Let's go. I'll take
the
wherever you want to go.
I'll take the field. I'll take the field.
No, you're not taking the field.
I'm taking the field.
On this.
No, I'm taking the field. I'll take the Steelers or or
no,
the
you have to
Ravens.
pick one. In order to go
No, I don't. I
to
just
Hoyts, you
have
to pick a
to
team.
say that I
Mackey,
don't
tell 'em.
believe. No, I just don't believe that the Bengals will win it. I just think they're too
Not
far
a lot in
behind.
front of 'em.
They're too far behind. That defense cannot be trusted. It cannot be trusted. Lamar's
you know
playing the
what?
worst football of his career, and they went and shut down Lamar. He's not the
Yeah.
Lamar that we're used to seeing. I still can remember that defense getting shredded by Aaron Rodgers. I can remember that defense getting shredded by too many teams for me to put my plant the flag and say, "Oh yeah, the Bengals are back." I just can't do it.
It would be hypocritical for me because I'm on the record looking at previous steak and a beer bets. I was
gonna start betting
laughed
against
at-
ourselves.
Laughed at for saying when the Ravens were 1-5, I said steak and a beer, they win the AFC North.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
And
think
so
you planted a flag already.
I was early on it. Like they already won it, and now they're they already got to first place. So I have to stick with that. But I'm intrigued. I think Booney might be onto something here.
Let's go.
I just want to make you go on the record. So
By the
now
way,
it's documented.
Once again, time of possession shows you everything, right? Like that was ridiculous. The amount of time, I think it was 40, the same thing, 40 to 20. Like this last weekend was a time for teams to come out and go, it's time for us to kick you in the face. It's time for us to come out and do what we do, or else we're going to be like the Chiefs and we're going to be in the worst uphill battle, and then we're hoping for other teams to do things for us. And that's never going to happen, especially because if you're a team on the outs and you're like, hey, we could ruin these guys' season by just beating them, it's like, I'll fucking do anything. I will claw my way to a broken leg to beat this team, to not let them go in, right? Like everyone now is hunting you because they want you to join them in Cabo. And so they're like, you think you're going? Oh, wait till you see the fucking trick plays we have today. That's when like all the wild shit comes out and you're like, hey boys, don't fall asleep on the flea flickers. Okay? This team's desperate. They'll do anything. The Bengals are in a better position because they're like, Joey, you ready to spin that thing? He's like, yo, watch me, DJ. And you have the outside, which as long as he doesn't spit on anybody, we're fucking good, man. Like, let's go.
Dude, the spit gate in the
It's
NFL
gotta
this
stop.
year.
That's
It's
the
gotta
bullshit.
stop,
It's very
dude.
trendy.
It's
It's not
very
trendy to
cool,
spit on someone.
apparently.
Stop it. It's not.
Can we stay in the same division for?
Do we have
let's
to?
go over to the Steelers for a second.
Oh, yeah.
because
Let's
Jump
Oh.
over. Let's jump over.
The next mic, I'll throw it out here. Steelers fans were chanting "Fire Tomlin"
I saw
Don't.
that.
toward the end of that.
Don't.
game.
Hey,
Don't you drag him in that murky water.
I'm
Don't
not dragging.
you
They're
dare.
chanting it. They're
Yeah,
chanting.
they're done.
Fire's
Oh.
ass.
They are done, and they're gonna
Hey.
if that's what they want to do, you're about to find
Take-
out.
no.
You're about
Take
to
a-
find out.
Listen, take a lesson from Andrew Luck. Don't you dare. Don't you dare kick somebody out that door, because you're going to turn around and go, oh, we had it pretty good, didn't we? Yeah, you sure did. Like, are we all surprised that this experiment has not worked for the last 4 years? Can we please put this shit to rest?
Well, I
I've
think
been
that's
asking
part of
for
the problem.
years.
But that's part of the problem is they're always just good enough that
How
they
about
can't
this?
draft a quarterback. Like they're always just good enough. that they're picking
Trade
at,
then.
Like 18.
Trade. The guys, you don't have to sit at 20. You can go, hey, we're at the 5. We'll give you 20, 42, 122, and 35. You want those? We just want 5. We need a quarterback. Listen,
Let me open up the draft value chart.
Yeah,
to see
the
if
draft
that trade
value
makes
chart.
sense.
they're doing this to themselves. And I feel bad for them because you're like, hey, man, we've known this has been going south for years. The fact that the announcers had to go, he can't go under center, I was like, that's when we put the backup in. Hey, hear me. Your O-line has not been playing well. You got a guy who has to go and pistol the whole damn game because he can't take an under center snap. And they were literally like, they're going to limit his throws to 5 or 10. And I was like, why is he playing if we're going to play this limit game, right? Hey, we're at throw 6. Guys, it's the first quarter. What are we supposed to hand the ball off to everybody on reverses? How are we going to make this work? It's almost like the Steelers want to be fired. When you put out a 44-year-old that has a broken wrist and a broken nose and it can't take a snap under center and can't throw it from me
I
to
mean,
that
this
door,
has to be his last year, right? Like,
Has to be his last year.
There can't be anyone else in the league that looks at him and goes, "He could do it."
Jay, we're talking about
Stop.
maybe
You sure about that?
Mackie,
I'm not
I
ad-
swear
I'm not
I
advocating
can't
for
watch
it.
this
I-
anymore.
I'm not advocating.
I cannot watch
It's
this.
sad. It's
It
sad
is
when
sad.
you watch
It's
quarterbacks
pathetic.
like that. Like I can remember watching the absolute legends, right? You get Brady and Peyton Manning and Drew Brees and Phil, and at the end of their careers, you were just like,
Manning
Stop.
won. The crazy is Manning won a Super Bowl looking like that because
yes,
that Broncos
that
defense was
People
such-
forget.
carried him all the way
People
there.
forget he also sat 6 games for
But
Brock.
I
right?
remember like Philip goes out there to Indy.
Yeah,
And
oh, yeah.
it just didn't
Looks
go
different.
well, and you're
No.
like, it's just It's not like, dude, Aaron now, since he's really left Green Bay, it's just been one of those where it's like,
You know what the problem is?
Like
you and I saw these guys in person, and we were competitors against them. And to watch them dice up our defense at times, you were like, God, I hate this guy. And now you're watching him on the ground with blood everywhere, and you're like, somebody get him off the goddamn field. Like, what are you doing? Like, the fact that he's just sitting there and everyone's like, fire Tomlin. It's like, dude, this team needs so many things. And your defensive lineman's trying to fight the opposing quarterback because he need him in the chest. It's like, dude, Cam, how many times did you try to gouge my eyeballs out or rip my fucking tongue out of my head? Like, dude, we went to college together. How many times did we have knockdown, drag-out battles? And it's like, you're just mad because of the exact thing that Jay and I keep saying. Eventually, the defense looks at the offense and goes, we're sick and tired of carrying this goddamn team. You need to do something. We are going to break like a fucking dam, and it's going to look terrible, right? Because we can only put Band-Aids on shit for so long before a team goes, y'all really want to see a dead body? Watch this, right? And you're like, dude, that's exactly why Cam's so frustrated. Because he's over here like, we're a good team. Oh, fuck, we got one of the best pass rushers in the NFL right next to me who can't do shit. Because all everyone's doing is running the ball against us and these quick dunks and these shit. Like, they're just having their way. And it's like, the Steelers aren't used to this. And when you get the most rush yards put up on you, and you have been known as one of the most stoutest defense, and it's the most ever in the history of like Heinz Field. And I know it's not called Heinz Field, but fuck you if you think I'm going to stop saying that shit.
What is it? Wait, what is it called now?
I don't even know.
Something private equity. I'm kidding.
Acrisure Stadium.
Oh,
Acrisure,
was I too far off? No.
Acrisure Stadium.
I mean,
anyways,
if you only put up 7 points in the NFL,
dude,
it's just not.
I'm sorry, man.
It's not going to work.
So how much would this be different offensively for the Steelers if they took those picks back, sent them back to Dallas, and kept George Pickens?
It wouldn't be that different. I mean, I don't think. I mean,
it's
DK Metcalf and George
dude.
Pickens are not. They're not the same, but they're not drastically different. They're big bodies, contested catch receivers. They can't get him the ball. They just cannot get they can't get DK the ball. They're throwing these screens, these checkdowns. They don't trust Aaron to step back there and let that thing eat. They're just not a good offense.
It's crazy. So Big Ben's last year, and he was kind of a shell of himself toward the end, but he could still sling it enough. So they were a either top 5 yardage or scoring or both offense the last 5 years of Ben Roethlisberger's career, except for one. They were 7th in one of those years. Since then, 7 years trying to find some solution post Big Ben, and their best yardage offense ranking is 23rd back in 2022. They're 27th this morning as we wake up.
To be fair, Matt Canada was their coordinator for a long time, and the shit that they would run didn't make any sense.
Shots
Listen, you can say shots across the bow, shots in front of the bow. I don't give a shit. Like, it's a defensive run team, right? And unless they had Ben, who they trusted forever and was like Super Bowl 25 MVP, I'm kidding, it was like 36, but once that happened, they were like, we're going to let him do him, and we are going to do us on the defensive side. And it was like they had the greatest pairing, right? It's like the fucking Tony Dungy and Manning pairing, right? It's like, dude, Tony, you just take care of the defense. I'm going to take care of the offense. Me and Tom Moore are going to go over here. And like the two just coincide on Sunday, right? We get along, we do our thing. And now all of a sudden, it goes back to what I said last week, 2 weeks ago, the week, whatever. There's not enough good quarterbacks coming out anymore that you can go, hey, are you guys good over here? Okay, do you. It's like they always have to be involved. And when you're a defensive-minded coach, you're always going, run the ball. Why? Because it's safe. You don't scare me when you run the ball. I don't think you're going to make bad decisions. I think you're just going to go, you fucking take it, right? And that's simple. But if you throw it, i.e. Aaron, with a fucking busted, like, dude, where's this ball going? We don't even
Mason
know.
Rudolph.
Dude. That's the whole point. And so now they're looking at this going, no wonder you're so mediocre. And at the same time, I'm not mad because they tried to draft offensive linemen, and they're trying like hell, but a lot of it is the pressure that he's taking, right? Joey Bosa, the first play of the second half, breaks his fucking neck. You're like, dude, can somebody block people? I get it. It's taking forever. And maybe that's what it is the offense should run more through Washington. And I know that sounds so stupid because he's a left tackle, but it's like, listen,
11 pounds.
He's the only damn thing that's been reliable all year. So why wouldn't I go, hey, give me 2 speedy guys out there. I want you to push this defense that way. Fatty, show up in the middle right now, right? 3 dudes on you. I don't care. Show me your best Ben Wallace. Get up there, catch the damn ball, right? We're just going to chunk our way down the field. We're going to show up creative. But they don't. And it's the same thing. We just keep seeing Aaron Rodgers like dismantled, dismembered, going, everyone's got to have accountability, including me. I got to play better. And it's like, you're 45, dude. What are you doing?
He threw his tight end right under the bus.
He
sure
did. So his comment was, hey, when there's film sessions, everyone shows up. When I check to a route, you do the right route. We have our meetings every week. We have other opportunities outside of the facility, and I look forward to seeing all the boys there.
To be fair, too, they were winning that game 7-3 when that fumble happened. Like, it's crazy to think the Steelers actually had the Bills for a minute. The problem was shifting sides of the Bills. We talked about this 2 weeks ago. This dude can't be Superman forever, right? You have to find somebody else. And boy, did they find something else. Because when James Cook gets loose, oh my God, dude, 250 yards between him and Davis. They were just everywhere. And that's why Cam's like, I'm going to kill somebody.
That was the biggest issue. They couldn't stop the run.
They could. That's their number one thing forever. They have been known as the toughest defense. And now this team, the Bills, who's run by Josh Allen, just came in and ran it all over the place. Once again, if we're going to make life easy, how are we doing this? Let's run the ball 51 times. Why? Because we don't have 2 tackles that we normally have. So I'm going to pull this one out. It's Joe Brady, right? He's the OC there. I'm giving Joe Brady a ton of flowers. Number one, you missed both your tackles, which I'm like, okay, now you have my intrigue because who's out there? TJ.
Nightmare
TJ,
situation
right?
going against them.
But wait, Joe Brady goes, I'm not stupid like the rest of you idiots, i.e. Minnesota. I'm going to run the ball so much, you guys are going to start fighting with yourselves. Watch me do this, right? Just the simplest things sometimes can be the most effective. Shutting down one of the best pass rushers. I'm just going to hand it to James Cook and Davis all the time. Sorry. You don't like it? Tough shit. And well, by the way, this guy holding the ball the whole time, he can run too. And so if you don't respect him, then it becomes an even bigger game. Like, there's just so much that went into this game. And yeah, it was a fucking dogfight until halftime. And then it just broke loose. But you talk about a team that's reeling right now. The Steelers don't know which way they're going. And they're a team that hasn't ever really been like this. So I think they're just going through the growing pains of like, we've sucked for a couple years. And they're like, but we don't suck. But it's like, you do though. You can't throw the ball.
I think we're willing, and I think it's been proven enough to say that Aaron Rodgers is a coach killer. I think it's safe to say, right? Like
Mike McCarthy.
LaFleur
is the only one. Is the only one that escaped
and the only reason he was is because he was like, you can go, right? LaFleur probably realized if I keep this dude around, like my job's toast. And so I think it's safe to say that Aaron Rodgers is officially a coach killer. Right, he goes to New York. Obviously, he tears his Achilles, and then boom, Robert Saleh, see ya. Thanks for playing. Right, gets him fired, and then now it's like, okay, I'm gonna go here, and he's gonna get one of the highest winning percentage coach of all time, probably a Hall of Fame coach. He's gonna get him fired. He's going to get Mike Tomlin fired if he doesn't get this ship put out.
And then together. he could maybe end his career getting one more coach fired too in 2026.
I don't think.
Okay, you want to talk about it? Let's do it. All right, here we go. No, we're going for it.
Oh, don't cave to him.
No, we're going to do it. All right, Mackey, go for it. How do you feel about your wonderful Minnesota Vikings shutout? When's the last time they were shut out?
Did they almost got shut out once earlier this season, did they? It has happened before, but yeah, they are now. I mean, there's a lot to unpack here, and I've spent 3 hours on Vikings Vent Line and Monday Hottest Takes just sifting through my thoughts. But I have questions for you guys who've been in the NFL for 16 plus years. So many things I don't understand, but keep in mind the Vikings walked into this season with the most expensive cash roster in the NFL. And they said, and I'm sure we'll find out in the coming weeks as people go into job preservation mode, that there wasn't harmony behind the scenes. But they thought they were putting a contender on the field. And they went from having probably top 7 quarterback play in the league in 2024 with Sam Darnold to confidently moving into a new era of quarterback play. And collectively with J.J. McCarthy and then Max Brosmer yesterday, terrible spot to put that dude in. Undrafted free agent rookie, and you're going to come out throwing 17 times in your first 23 plays, and it goes as expected. They have the worst quarterback play in the NFL, bar none. And it's one of the worst stretches of quarterback play if you take the 7 games of McCarthy and Brosmer in modern NFL history. How did we go from 14 wins, you got a clean cap sheet, you got a nice problem on your hands with Sam Darnold, and you could choose to give him a similar contract, to this? Like, the miscalculation, it's either a miscalculation of what you had at quarterback, or it's a complete development project getting these guys to play at a competent level. It's a wild gap in what they thought was going to happen and what's been happening.
I'm not going to blame Max at all. I don't think.
Agreed.
I think Max is completely blameless in this.
But Jay, real quick, one more thought on that. They've pumped his and I'm
What
not.
were you supposed to do?
Shut up about it.
Like what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to be like, hey, listen, this is not going to go well on Sunday.
Dude.
Like,
so Greg Olson covered. This is the second Vikings game he's done on broadcast, right? In a row. He leads the Fox broadcast with this cheeky smile and says, boy, I'll tell you what, talking to people the last few weeks behind the scenes in Minnesota, and it is apparent how much they love Max Brosmer. And they essentially said, we think he processes and has a better chance to perform at a high level than our top 10 overall drafted quarterback. And they even added, Adam Schefter had the anecdote before the game. Hey, Kwesi was a little bit mad at himself for helping Brosmer get to the combine because he thought that they could keep Brosmer their little secret. And maybe he turns out to be a good quarterback. Why are you pumping that to the media to set that dude up to look that bad in front of a national audience? That's my question.
I don't think they, number one, thought it would probably get as pumped as much as it was, right? Like, they probably were like, yeah, we're excited about this kid, right? And everyone's like, you're right, what's a good storyline to go with this? When you talk about running the ball 16 times, like, no offense, but like both offenses in this game look stagnant and shitty at the same time, right? Like, both quarterbacks were just ineffective and not doing shit, right? But Max throwing that interception, number one, I'm going to put that on him. That was bad, okay? The first one, terrible. The interception, pick six.
But it
don't
was also
fucking stop.
4th and 1, wasn't it?
Stop. He didn't even look downfield, and he threw it like he was Wilt Chamberlain. Stop.
Why even put him
I'm
going to
say this again. There are not enough good quarterbacks in the college game to step into this world. For those that don't understand, things happen like that. If you're not prepared, like, in your mind, you have to process. Window closes, window opens here then, right? Like, you have to know if this one closes, this one opens. And I got to go from 1 to 2 now. He's running for his life and, like, chucks a ball sideways, and you're like, in no way did anyone coach you to fucking do that ever, right? Like, that's just dumb. The rest of it, yes, I get it. You passed the ball twice as much as you ran it, and you had a rookie quarterback who's never played an NFL game in your life in Seattle. I could not have said it anymore. Like, if you run the ball 65 times, I don't think anyone's going to get mad at you. I don't even think anyone's going to say a word. We're all probably going to look at you and go, holy shit, he's figuring it out, right? It went the exact opposite way. Now, here's where my big thing comes. After interception 2, as the OC, I would have been like, KO, I'm done with this shit. We're done. Got it? We're done throwing this ball because it's only going to get worse. After the first one, I would have probably asked him,
and
like,
he
hey,
goes
buddy,
on his headset, right? And click.
Clicky click, can't hear you, right? Here's even more. The third interception, I'd be like, KO, I know you can hear me now because I'm standing right next to you on the sidelines. We are done throwing this ball, okay? We can't throw the ball with this kid anymore. It's not happening, okay? It's just not.
It's too loud. I can't hear you.
I know, man. And the crazy part is, like, Mackey, you and I were hearing the wildest stories. Like, they're just trying to stash this kid, and it's like, everybody in Minnesota was like, this kid's going to be the next thing. Max Brosmer's the guy.
That's how it always is, dude.
But
it always is that way. The backup quarterback is apparently the key to everyone's problem.
But it wasn't hard to step over the starter. Like, we were all like, yeah, he could have spiked the ball into the ground, and this kid would have probably done better. I'm not kidding you. I go into this game going, can't be any worse than anything we've seen. I walked out going, holy shit, it
was worse.
Can't be.
It gets
Dude, JJ McCarthy's stock went up after that game.
Yep. Nine was looking at KO like, I'm ready now, coach. I'm ready at halftime. Like, dude, you can't get fucking dressed. I'm halfway dressed. I'm ready to go. Nine's ready to play. Dude, I don't know what's going to happen in Minnesota.
So here's my question for you guys off this. I feel like, and I have pumped Kevin O'Connell's tires for the majority of the 4 years he's been here.
He's been great. Coach.
But this was like, Jay, you're a big golf fan, right? Like, you can't be the best golf player in the world if you're terrible on links courses. Like, you got to be tennis. You're great on clay. You got to play on grass and hard court. And this was the first time we got a chance to see Kevin O'Connell. Okay, You've done it with veteran quarterbacks. What happens when you have to kind of start with the clay as a ball? Like, are you able to mold something?
Form it. Show me you can form it. Yeah.
Can you only teach 3,000 level courses, or can you step down and teach a 1,000 level course and work a guy up? And I think what we have found, and maybe it's too small of a sample, but I feel like there's enough red flag evidence in just how unprepared these young quarterbacks have looked to say that I think Kevin O'Connell, he's not a quarterback whisperer as a blanket statement. He is a hyper niche passing offense coordinator or coach. Extremist, yes.
Extraordinaire, as he would say.
If you have, I mean, look at the quarterbacks who've had varying degrees of success with Kevin O'Connell the last 5 years. All of them have like 7 to 15 years of NFL experience walking into the classroom. So Kirk Cousins was in his, I think, 9th or 10th year in the league when he started working with O'Connell with the Vikings. Mm-hmm. Sam Darnold was terrible up until he got to the Vikings, but he had been in the classroom for 7 years in the NFL. Nick Mullins came in and threw for a couple 400-yard games. It was like in his 8th year in the NFL when the Vikings ran him out there to make some starts. Stafford as a coordinator, O'Connell with 13 years experience. Even Carson Wentz looked a lot better than these young guys have looked because he was in the league for it's like Kevin O'Connell can only teach and speak to quarterbacks who've been in the classroom getting their PhD in quarterback school.
I would say that's 80% of the league, though.
But this is like a different level.
Jay, you know what he's saying?
He's
not
saying that
makes
him at all.
He's saying that makes him a vet coach. He's a vet
I understand.
coach.
Yeah, he's a veteran coach, right? Which is fine.
It's kind of true.
It then bodes the question, though, did we not know this? And I think that is the question. Is Kwesi and them, did we not know?
No, listen.
Did we not know going into the 2024 draft that, like, hey, this could go poorly if we get a young kid? I don't think anyone thought that.
No, and
I don't think anyone thought that, hey, he can't do what he did with the veterans with the young kids, right? Not a problem. I think he probably overestimated, as most people do, the preparedness of these kids walking in. And when you work with such high-level quarterbacks for your entirety of your career, you almost forget you have to crawl before you can walk, before you can run.
Fundamentals.
And so when you show up and you're like, okay, here we go. And the kid's looking at you and he's got the Brook Trout look, right? Mouth open, eyes big wide. You don't know how to react. You honestly don't know, because Boone, I run into this all the time when we talk to young players. Like, you start talking what is complete normal lingo to me that is something that I could just think of. It's as easy as having this podcast when you're talking football, and all of a sudden players stop and look at you like, dude, hold on, what are you even talking about?
Give us an example of that in like the pass protection world as veteran offensive line.
Yeah, so you're like, okay, so hey, this is a sort protection here. So the mic point's 1. So like, hey, it's 3 by 1. So the mic point is 1 minus the 3 by there. So there's the mic. So we're going to sort him. If he drops, we're going to bounce out to the safety or the nickel. But if you see from a strong safety rotate down over here, we'll just flip the mic point. We'll go to the other side, which then makes the right side hot. Right.
Why? Because we know for sure they're blitzing the other way.
Literally, and you spit it out that quickly. And to me, that all of that makes completely 100% sense. Anyone that's been in the league for more than 3 or 4 years, that go, oh yeah, got it. You talk to a rookie, that's all they've done is for their entire, they listen to the quarterback go, hey, 2 lock, right? And they walk up and they go, okay, 2's to the right. That's the mic. And they just point to the left, and they have no idea why he's the mic. That's just how it's forever and always been called. That's just the world they come from. And so if you're a coach and that's how you're used to speaking to every quarterback you've ever worked with, and all of a sudden now you have to be like, oh, no, come here. That's a hover 2 shell. Like that's, and then like this is an option tree that we run off of that. Sometimes you just can't dumb it down enough for a coach's brain in order for it to make sense. And I think Kevin's learning how to do that, and it's not gone well. The learning curve for him has obviously not gone well.
They think that, or he's just not what they thought he was. Which, because I agree.
Who,
with
JJ?
You, yeah, I agree with you.
Or they just JJ was not
what they
who
thought
they
would be. Right?
They bought what they did not. They did not know what they bought.
Jay's right.
It's on pretty good authority at this point that they wanted Drake May.
Everyone wanted Drake May. Everyone wanted Drake May.
He was so good coming out.
Everyone knew he was the guy.
Would Drake May be leading the NFL in a bunch of categories this year with the Vikings?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at JJ, Jordan Addison, all those guys.
What does Drake May have? The one thing. What is the one thing Drake May had over JJ McCarthy?
Well, durability.
experience, man. Experience. Drake May played a lot of football. And regardless if it's at the college level or at the NFL level, just reps in the saddle, man, makes so much difference, right? Just seeing things in real time. And not only that, he played in a pass-first offense at North Carolina. Dude, Michigan was literally Blake Corum, Haskins. Blake Corum, Haskins. Play action to a linebacker that's standing in the A-gap, and there's my tight end. Oh, yeah, Colston Loveland who's 15 yards open, so I don't need to anticipate the throw. I don't have to read the coverage. I hand off, I hit my back foot, and there's my first read, bang. He just didn't have the experience of playing the quarterback position for enough years to think that he was going to come into the NFL and just immediately assimilate. And then miss his whole first year and then immediately assimilate. There's a lot of things stacked against him. Everyone wanted Drake May. It's the same thing with Michael Penix. It's the same thing with Bo Nix. Those dudes played a shit ton of football in college. A lot of it. JJ just didn't. He just didn't. He was a one-year starter, right? One-year starter, sent him to the league.
Mostly, I mean, he
switched with McNamara. Him and McNamara went back and forth
Mackie,
that first
year. You're not
year,
understanding. Like 2 weeks in a run-heavy offense, and that's why we're looking at this going. Maybe I'm taking a completely different side, but I'm looking at this more from the Vikings going, well, why did you draft him? Because the more that we keep talking about this.
They didn't have a choice.
But even then it goes, this is not going to fit. Like KOC was the only one that was looking down the pipe when everyone was like, hey, are we cool with this? And he was like, in his mind, he must have thought, well, we're going to have to run the ball a lot. And he should have been like, I'm going to throw the ball. Like, because now you're kind of looking here with egg on your face and everyone's going, but this dude has never really been like a fucking spread him out, throw it type of dude. He's been more the like dangle it here and then throw it into the window, right? If you're not going to continue to do that, why are you continuing to trot him out there and change who he is? Because you're right. You're not going to get a Matthew Stafford who's 8 years in, threw to Megatron for the first 3 and knows what the fuck's going on. You're getting a guy who's looking at you going, where's the rubber duck and Twinkie sign? What the fuck is this? You call this what dot right? What the hell is dotted? Like there are times, and Jay just said it, I'll be breaking down film in the gym and we'll be like, all right, what's our defense here? And you'll just see guys go, like, guys, we just went over this.
And you played how many years of college football?
What are we doing right now? Are we for real? They're like, coach, shit. You're like, oh my God. What is going on right now? But that's why, like, I'm not mad at JJ. Once again, I'm never really mad at the players unless you Wilt Chamberlain yourself into an interception for a pick 6. Why would you draft him?
You didn't have a choice.
Unless you thought for sure you could dumb your shit down so much. Because he had to go in going like, well, I can't talk to him like Stafford. I'm going to have to like dumb this way down. And I'm sure we all think the same thing, right? Like at times we get caught, even in this world, with what we do going, I could teach anybody anything. But then you find that one guy and you go, oh, shit. He's not understanding it any way I'm telling him. How do I get him?
But he's super talented.
Super talented. Could potentially. That's why I fucking hate that word. Potential. I hate when scouts and all those guys go, he's got potential. I go, so he's an idiot and you need me to fucking get him to think. Okay, great. Got this, right? The problem is sometimes you can't get them to see it the way you need them to, and you're like, I don't know how else to say this. I've said it 10,000 different ways. I've turned it, molded it, flipped it upside down. It's still not sinking. And I feel like that's where KOC
also,
is
the
right
last
now.
7 guys I talked to all were able to get it.
Right.
Why
what do you
can't
not get about
like,
this, right?
What's so hard for you to understand about this? I also think that, it came down to what? So what was left on the board? Him and Bo Nix? Like that those were the 2 that were left, right?
No offense, but
him and Bo Nix. And I think that if I'm going to put on my what if hat and think that if I sat in that meeting and I'm Kwesi and I'm KOC and I'm going, all right, this is it. We traded up. This is it. Who do you want? Is it McCarthy or Nix? Pick one. I think that KOC went, I can fix JJ. I can mold the clay. Versus with Nix, you're going, man, I got to break a lot of bad habits, right? He's already a wild horse. He's played at Oregon. He's a check down. I would rather take the young kid that I think I can make into what I want him to be versus the veteran, right? Veteran Bo Nix. And I think that backfired a little bit on him in that realm. But again, he had never done it, right? He had never done it. And so I think there was a learning curve there that he was just not ready for. And he's going to learn from it. He's going to grow from it, as most coaches do.
The irony,
unfortunately, it might cost him his job.
The irony is, they actually didn't have to draft a quarterback if they felt like it was the wrong fit because they had Sam Darnold under contract when that draft started. So I think there's an evaluation.
Go back. Nobody was going to be okay with that.
Guy.
Nobody was going to be like,
are you
telling me
at your purple draft party there? If you guys did not, excited. If you did not draft a quarterback, that place would have mutinied.
If you would have picked a DB again, they would have burnt that facility down.
But I thought Alex nailed the point a couple minutes ago, saying, "All right, so part of the agreement is let's go back to both your points. Hey, we're on the clock." And it's J.J. McCarthy or Bo Nix. Both have their pros and cons. But with either one of those, especially J.J. McCarthy, you have to speak a different language than you have spoken to the 7 and 13-year NFL vets. You have to operate with a different level of patience. And quite frankly, you probably have to run the ball a hell of a lot more than you want to. Otherwise, don't draft him.
Right.
If you require a veteran 3,000 level, PhD level, veteran type player to speak the language you need them to speak. All right, well, you're a little bit more rigid than I thought as an offensive guy, but okay, like that's what you feel comfortable with, then let's do that. Yeah, and maybe, by the way, maybe he wanted to all along. Maybe for him it was Drake May or nobody, and they said, no, we got to draft somebody. He's like, all right, well.
I think they felt the pressure, Mackie. You and I both know that. And I think they just took the wrong
historic quarterback class.
Yeah, they just should have taken Bo Nix. They should have looked at this and been like, you're right. There's things about this we don't like. The system he's in we don't like. But he can throw the ball effectively. And, yeah, at times in Denver you're like, what is going on? But at least he's comfortable in shotgun standing back there with 5 wide. And it's not like, wait a minute, what are we doing again? What are all the routes? You're like, dude, oh my God, it's killing me to watch this at times, right? And then you put Max Brosmer in, and it's like spiking the ball into the ground times 2. You're like, this cannot physically be happening right now. I mean,
the first third and 1, you freaking throw it again. Right, like he's not helping these guys.
Maybe KO wants to get fired. I don't know. Maybe he's like, "Hi guys, what's the fastest way out of here?" I don't see this changing anytime soon.
keep calling.
Let's just keep throwing it, no matter what they say.
Let's shout out 1 or 2 mics for the road here before we go. I do want to shout out to Menards, your one-stop shop for everything for your car. If you are now, you're getting into winter season here too in the Midwest states.
It's cold.
It's ridiculous. And Howe's diesel conditioner can help you. It prevents fuel from gelling, adds lubrication to protect injectors, easy for me to say, and even boost performance. Trusted by truckers and farmers everywhere. Howe's keeps your diesel running strong all winter long. Howe's Lubricator Diesel Treat is the leading treatment solution for diesel engines. So head to Menards today and stock up on Howe's diesel conditioner because performance matters on the road and beyond.
And shout out to all my diesel drivers. Love you. I know I do. If you plug your truck in like I do, I sure do. It's plugged in right now, by the way. It's like 5 degrees outside.
You know who was a diesel driver yesterday? The Carolina Panthers.
Yes, I was just going there. God.
Hell yes.
Here we go.
Carolina Panthers.
Hey, by the way, the Rams, on the other hand.
Hey, Stafford had an off day. It's going to happen. It was bound to happen. That dude was on a ridiculous run. Yeah, I mean, the what he had done from the start of the year, you knew eventually it was going to eventually come back down to earth a little bit. I don't think anyone saw it just crashing and burning back down to earth against the Panthers. That being said, Dave Canales and that squad has got some fun things going. Yeah. They've got some things going there. I mean, the Tedrow McMillan piece, the two-headed monster with Hubbard and Dowdle going through it. I mean, Tampa is definitely on alert. High alert.
They know what's up.
They are on high alert that Carolina has figured some things out. Derek Brown's playing at an unbelievable level on the defensive line. They have got some really fun things going up there. I mean, shoot, DJ Wanham's recovering fumbles and moving up the field on him now. I like the Carolina Panthers. I would really like to watch them do it. I mean, I'm still not concerned about the Rams whatsoever at all. That's the National Football League. When you turn the ball over that many times, you're going to lose. That's just how it works. I still think they're fine. All their weapons are still there. All their weapons are still going to be healthy and moving forward. But it's why you roll the ball out there on Sundays and why you play it. And I could not be happier for those dudes. They looked like they won the Super Bowl after the game. They were all so happy. And it looked miserably cold and wet.
That's a dangerous thing, too. You should watch out for teams that come in and fight these games like this. They're gritty. They're tough. Offensively, like Bryce Young at times, he can put a ball where he wants to with these one. You're like, holy coker, who the fuck is this guy coming out of nowhere, right? But when you talk about a team that's like, hey, Tampa, you better watch your rearview mirror because these dudes are climbing up on you quick. Defensively, they're playing tough. Offensively, they're starting to figure it out. They know they have the two-headed monster, like Jay said. But more importantly, the Rams losing because they were in the 1 spot, right? They now just lost it.
Yeah.
So now you've gone from bye week to now you're having to play week 1, which I think the 7 seed right now is the Niners. Is it the Niners?
Let's see here. Let's pop open the.
And listen, we're in December, so it's time to start talking. What are the
in the hunt,
matchups?
baby? I love
Who's in
it.
the
I love
matchups?
the in the hunt.
Like,
graphics.
dude, the Rams could have done it, and I agree with you. I'm
Niners
not
are the
worried.
7. Lions are out. Right now, the Lions are out. The Chiefs are out. And
the Ravens are out, right?
Ravens are in.
Well, they're in
based on
because they're
tiebreaker.
technically
Steelers are out. Bills are in at 7 seed. So there's
Chargers
a lot of good
are in.
teams on the fringes of the bracket here. Yeah.
It's going to be a race to the finish for a lot of those teams. But
And
I mean,
Bryce Young, career high already in touchdown passes, career high in yards per attempt, career high in completion percentage. He's probably going to set a career high. Not that the bar's that high in yardage, so he's not what they thought they were drafting
No,
yet.
but they're playing
but he's
well,
taking
dude.
steps forward, and he's a big time dagger throws.
Hey, it comes from that play action again. His offensive line's keeping him protected, and you talk about a team that's like, once they started to figure it out, and Rico Dowdle obviously this year has been doing amazing. Like what he brought to this team earlier in the year, they kind of the spark to be like, hey, we can be this tough team. To come out and beat the Rams, who were in the 1 seed, who are also playing the same type of football, like. You talk about Kyron Williams and Blake Corum being able to fucking do what they do and then have Matt Stafford, but to shut that down this last week with the Panthers was a huge test for me to be like, okay, these dudes are pretty tough. Tampa, what the hell are you doing? You're barely squeaking by against the Cardinals. Like it's like almost like you see the shift of like we talked about it a minute ago with the AFC North. Like we're seeing the shift, and you guys don't see the Bengals, but I do. And now I see the Panthers taking this shift with Tampa going, hey, listen, if we can put good football together and continue to play good football and not turn the ball over, like seriously, Bryce Young for last year, how we felt about him, at times he throws the ball and you're like, that's fucking pretty. Like, It's fun to watch. And he's got great playmakers everywhere. And if they can keep going, we said this, whoever wins that division is probably the only team going to the playoffs. So they're on a good stretch right now. And the Rams, my God, they're probably so pissed right now. Like, dude, we had the bye week. Now we don't.
I still think they probably get it. I mean, we just looked at Chicago's schedule, right? You look at the Rams schedule. I mean, which one of those teams do you trust more not to melt down the stretch?
Well, what's the Rams schedule though? That's the problem. What's their schedule?
Let's pull it up. I'm glad you asked.
Because, dude, Seattle and the Niners are in their division. And no offense, but Brisket is playing well.
Too.
Yeah. There's like 3 divisions right now, maybe more, that are just absolutely packed.
Locked.
So, all right, here's the Rams. At Arizona this weekend.
Let's go.
Home against Detroit.
Ooh.
At Seattle.
Oh.
At Atlanta. Home against Arizona. So they've already played the 2 games against San Francisco. They split them.
Yeah. That's probably 2-3 wins for sure there. That Seattle game's always going to be rocking. And then they said they play the Lions.
3 for sure. Yeah,
Lions. The Lions.
That'll be.
I think they probably beat the
get
Cardinals.
12 wins.
They beat the Cardinals. They'll get to at least 12.
They're winning at Atlanta.
I think.
Too. They're not.
Yeah, they're going to get to at least 12.
Oh yeah, they're going to beat Atlanta. Kirko changed.
So we're saying that they'll beat Chicago. They'll beat Chicago.
They'll beat Arizona and probably Atlanta. So that's 3 wins if they beat them twice and once. And then that Lions game will be tough, but I agree. Eventually you come down to earth and you go, oh shit, there's a defense out there. Fuck, man, I threw it to the wrong team, right? Like and it was shitty weather, and it's like, okay, I get what's going on here. They need to come back though and get on the bounce back, because the NFC right now is shaking up with the Bears at 1. The Niners are on your fucking tail. Seattle did not play well offensively, but they still get another win. Like, everyone's nipping at your heels. You can't afford to lose games like this, especially when a bye week for a team like you with an old quarterback, it's like, hey, man, here's a chance that we can really get rested up. I tell you what, though, I do love what they're doing with Devontae Adams. That dude is fucking – they love him. He's
and
Puka.
Just a touchdown machine, dude.
But how about we're going to do the old Tim Tebow fake toss, quick throw, and I was like, I didn't know Matt could move that fast. Shit. It's awesome. And Devontae looks like he's having fun. Puka Nakua's doing crazy shit. They got 3 tight ends. You're like, who is that? Cody Parkinson? Who the fuck is that? Right? Dude's catching like first down. You're like, what is this guy? Oh, and hey, by the way, we got 2 guys back here that know what the fuck they're doing. Like,
yeah, Blake Corum's taking a huge step this year, and it's allowing him to take some off of Kyron Williams, who's going to keep him healthy for a playoff run. Blake Corum last year didn't do anything.
No.
But I think that they just let him develop. They let him grow. And this year, you can tell he's taken that next step as a runner with his vision. His pass protection's gotten so much better this year. They trust and they truly believe they have a two-headed monster there. That's so big for your running back because Kyron's been hurt every year. Right. Every year he's gotten hurt because they just run him into the ground because they haven't had no one else. So now that they have Blake Corum and they can add that back in there, again, they're still the team to beat in the NFC.
Yeah. Love it, dudes. And then shout out Lane Kiffin, just capitalizing on
Did you see him on his way to his plane? All the fans, boo! He was getting in counting
how
all the money.
How about that the reporter he got into it with because he called him a hoe?
Yeah.
He's like, I told you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Dude. And he gets right up into his face.
And then behaves like a hoe for the next 48 hours.
I get it from both sides. If you're Ole Miss, you can't have the coach that is going to be the head coach of a huge divisional rival in your locker room for the next 8 weeks. And if you're LSU, you can't not have the guy you're paying $90 million come in and start building a team to win immediately and win right now.
Yeah,
I get it. And it's unfortunate. It's the era in college football in which we live. But there's also all these things about how Lane is using like a $25 million of his own NIL budget to just go try and burn college football down. He might be the final villain role that everyone has wanted him to step into for so many years that the NCAA might finally have to be like, we have to put regulations on this because
the timing.
Lane is going to burn everything down.
I mean, can we at least create a window that takes place later in the calendar?
Well,
so that
the reason you can't is because these kids still have to go to school, and so you have to have them registered and enrolled into that semester. And so if it's not in January, when else are you going to do it? And so as long as the NCAA still tries to die on this hill of like the student athlete, it always has to be this timing because of the way the semesters and everything works out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, college football is
also
is
tomorrow. Wild. F1 minute is happening.
I've been so happy without it. By the way, did I see Max Verstappen was at the Dallas game?
You just wait.
Was he there?
I thought Oscar Piastri was
Oscar Piastri? Was it him?
Yeah. This weekend was electric.
Oscar Piastri was electric this weekend as he took the fourth turn. It was seriously one of the coolest things I ever saw on TV.
It was a great week. It was a great week to be an F1 fan.
The sound of it made
check in tomorrow. Make sure you check in tomorrow for the F1 minute. I know that's why you come on Tuesdays.
I have, by the way, I was taking notes on potential hot takes for you guys tomorrow. And I got one that I feel like it's gonna trigger you and also maybe be thought provoking at the same time.
I'm so excited. Let's trigger. By the way,
it is about a Hall of Fame coach.
Speaking about triggering, shout out to Tampa for throwing it to Tristan Wirfs. I had to get that on there. Anytime a big boy gets 6, my dude, I was so excited.
The team gets so excited too.
So
everyone just loses.
The problem
their mind.
is, and I remember doing this with Staley, is the coaches would always be like, "Now listen." Nobody can watch it happen. We'll watch it the next day because we all want to watch him catch it, right? And they're like, we need you guys to fucking block. And you're like, but I want to watch my friend catch the ball. And they're like, we'll watch it tomorrow. You'll be running it and you'll go, I bet he's catching it great right now. I hope he's catching it great as you're like punching some dude in the face. Like, did he catch it yet? Did the left tackle catch it yet? And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And all of a sudden you hear the crowd go crazy and you're like, he caught it, Joe. And you're like, the next day you're like, just pull it up. And you see that he like caught it, fell down, got back up. You're like, why'd you fall down, you stupid fuck? It's terrible.
Oh my God. Hey, you guys, don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button on this episode here.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Jeez. For the Rhino, for Jay, I'm Phil. We'll see you on Hot Take Tuesday tomorrow.
It's going to be spicy.